How could this be? You're not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why. Welcome to the Bigger Play where the rubber meets the road. I want to thank you for being here. We in here every day. We ain't missed a day. Tapped in. I got to give it to you like how they give it to me, right? Somebody inboxed me. I put it up. After 39 years, Judge Mathis' wife filed for divorce. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. So the question is, why in modern times can't we as a couple make it? As a union, make it. As a married, consummated relationship, we can't make it. The question is, why? So, we got to get straight to it because this is a bigger play. And please, when you get time, do me a favor. I'll be honest with you. To show love and support, you ain't got to spend no money. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, that follow, that like. And if you got a little bit of input, make a little comment, man. Because the bigger play, keeping it real. And we respect the people that email us, inbox us, comment, DM us, letting us know, can you talk about this? We talking about it. So we got, it's a lot to talk about surrounding this because so many people in life, it specifically say that the wife, Linda Reese, reportedly files for divorce after 39 years of marriage. How do that even happen is the question. Because the man imperfect. If you faithful 30 years and at the 31st year you start displaying signs of you infidelity and the wife find out you had some few infractions of infidelity, is that enough that your husband messed up for 3 years or 2 years or 9 years of infidelity, but you was together you was married for 39, but he screwed up 16, 17% of the time? Is 39 years worth the few that he messed up and he willing to? I'm not talking about their specific relationship. I'm just using their relationship as a platform because Judge Mathis is very influential. You know, he's somebody that's brought us a high level of entertainment, a high level of sophistication. He brought us a high level of family. He brought us a high level of modesty. He brought us a high level of a intelligent man. He brought us a high level of camaraderie, helping drug addicts, sending people to rehab. He brought us a high level of accountability, holding people accountable in his courtroom. He brought us a high level of keeping it real. I had a conversation with several people the other day because I put and go check it out when you get time. I put on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a podcast we did. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is money in the relationship? I got 9s, I got 8s, I got 7s. I talked to one person that gave me some pushback on, no, money ain't important. I'm the only one outside of that person that I talked to after doing extensive research for several days that felt like that. Why is it? Okay, people be like, you don't know they financial. Jeff Bezos ain't broke. Bill Gates ain't broke. If you want me to go on and on, Tom Cruise, these people ain't broke. They rich forever. Their money ain't going nowhere. Why is it if you giving it a 7 to a 10, their relationships is non-successful because you finna add another caveat to it saying that that's important. Which one is it? You can't have it all. If you marry to a person, can you have perfection? A lot of people say, man, you know you can't. No, I'm asking the question because if he could be a provider, if he could be a faithful person, if he could be God-fearing, if he could be a great father, if he could be non-abusive, he could have no flaws, if he could be all this, perfect. What could he be having his flaws at? Nobody ever wants to address that issue. So if we married for 40 years, 39 years, and I mess up 10% of that, is that worth you leaving? It's different strokes for different folks is what they say, right? We spent more time on this earth together, being together and being married, than we haven't. If I'm 60 and I spent 40 years with you, I mean I spent more time with you in my 60 years than I haven't. The 20 I didn't spend with you, I got 40 with you. Most people can't even get that. So when it's something special, when you get that, why do I have to dissipate, separate, divorce? Why? We grew apart. I read up on it and it said irreconcilable differences. We don't even know what that means. Irreconcilable differences means nothing. That means I woke up and I don't like you no more, I'm gone. So, did we stay married for our children? Did we stay married because it made sense? Did we stay married because it's comfortable? Or did we stay married because we love each other, we're in a loving relationship? Nope, because if you was, you don't get a divorce. Why is it so difficult in 2024? In this past 10 years, you see some of the most relationships that we think are very influential, we look up to, we follow, we embrace, we think it's wonderful, just to be like, we've been scratching out each other's eyes for the past 10 years and we finally saying, all right, we don't care. Oh, yeah. Because I'm going to say one thing and I know y'all ain't going to rock with it. Men ain't changed and we ain't never going to change. I hope that didn't go over your head. Men haven't changed, we ain't never going to change. And I need to know another thing. If God made us to be a certain way, why do we fail miserably at monogamy? That's first. Why I asked the question on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is money, and people gave it a 9, 7, 8. The Bible don't say nothing about money in marriage. It don't. Okay, well, let's take that off the table because I don't want to go based off that. I didn't ask you how important a man money was. That ain't what I asked you. How important is money in a relationship? Because at one point, we had a high success rate of marriage and family and structure, and we had Jim Crow, we had slavery. We didn't have no money. We more freer, got more money, more hospitals, more gyms. But we more trapped. We more sick, more closed-minded, and more broke than we ever been. So how can you have them double negatives and we not successful in marriage? Why is that? I've asked the question to address it. I'm asking you. Comment. Talk to me. And what the Bigger Play doing is keeping it real, and we coming to you with these topics, and we coming on a regular basis. We coming day in, day out, every single day, because we are attempting to change the scope on the perception of the narratives that the world paint of people. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about what's the issue. Is the issue man ain't faithful? Never been. Never been. The small minority don't make up the majority. It's actually a real general population that we have to address. Do marriage need to be overhauled for the man? Why are so many people running away from it? What's the examples are either it's lies to us or when the reality hit, they wasn't right neither. And everybody beating everybody over the head because they want this perfect. What we doing? Where we going? What era are we being ushered into? Where are we at? What's the thought process? Is marriage based on communication? Is marriage based on comprehension? Is marriage based on connection? Is it based on attitude? Is it based on God? Is it based on family? Is it based on legacy? Is it based on trust? Is it based on honesty? Is it based on loyalty? And I ain't say money in there one of those, but I gave you 10 and people put money number 6. How money fit over any one of those? I gave you 10. How do money fit over any one of those? Do you put money over loyalty? Do you put money over respect? Do you put money over God? Do you put money over family? I gave you 10. Which one of them you put money over? You put money over connection. What we doing? We up against a lot because so much things is being ushered subconsciously in front of us to try separation, breakup. After 39 years, we can't make it. How? Why? I just did a reaction on a young lady saying, I want to be married, but I want to live in separate households. A young lady said this now. That's Judge Mathis now. Very respectful, very, very accountable. I got to respect him as being a man. I ain't finna sit up and bash the man as if he the problem. I ain't gonna sit up and bash the wife. I ain't in their house. I don't know. I know they just said they filed for a divorce. I know that. Teamwork make the dream work. A hustle and a struggle make it bubble. How efficient are vows? Because what I noticed, for better, for richer, for worse, for poorer. See, that's what people hear, but that ain't what the vows say. For better, worse, for richer, for poorer. That's not what people hear, but that's what it say. Because nobody ever stipulated the part that's worse. I didn't sign up for that. Yes, you did. When you get married, you absolutely signed up for the worst of the worst. All right, I'm gonna fall back. But the reality is, if I get with somebody and I feel like what I feel it ain't of God, we really don't know because we say, is growth of God? How do you grow if you don't go through trial tribulation? You just wake up and you just gonna be a better person over time and you ain't had to learn nothing? You just gonna, or do you got to go through some things that matches your essence? I'm just asking the question. A lot of people don't want to accept that it's difficult for a man to come out the womb knowing what he is and what he's supposed to do once he get dropped into a society that superimpose what he is and what he's supposed to do. And now that's even changing because we don't even know. All right, I'm gonna be cool, and you know why. But it's a difficult task. And it's also certain things go for women. So if our women are being, if I'm a man, traditional man, and no matter I'm born a certain way, I'm bred a certain way. We fell in monogamy. God made me a certain way. The universe put me out here. I'm made a certain way, and I don't want my wife engaged in the way I engage in. I want her to accept some things that I ain't willing to accept. Some people be like, "Oh, you contradictory. You're a hypocrite." But I cannot want a child, and a woman can have the baby and force fatherhood on me. And instead of somebody saying, "Yeah, she forced it on her because he didn't want that," they'll say, "Well, you shouldn't have laid down with her." I ain't gonna be a condescending piece of and say, "Well, you shouldn't have married me knowing I was a cheater." You know the truth. You married me anyway. I ain't gonna do that. Let's just talk about reality. Y'all put this gram out here, and every day we scrolling. Some of the most, I think it's a beautiful woman out there. What's her name? I think it's Diana Ross' daughter. Tracy Ross. Beautiful. And I think she of age, meaning she's a grown woman. And her tatas was sitting out. And as a man, see a lot of people cap. I'm not supposed to look at that because of what love is. Love. I looked and said, "Well, damn, I want to." You don't think? All right, we can't have the conversation because I know y'all want me to cap on this app. And one thing the bigger play don't do is cap on the app. But I know you want me to cap on the app. I ain't gonna cap on the app. So Tracy Ellis Ross, beautiful. But when you put them things out there, I say, "Well, I'll be damned." Looked amazing. But the temptation in my mind says, that's what happened. It just happened like that. My bad. Don't mean no disrespect. I'm telling you the truth. And a lot of people won't tell you that. They have to say, "Oh," like they ain't see that. And it's okay. Because they recognize that as art. And if our elder women are doing that, if our older ladies is ushering that type of energy in, what type of chance we got? Nature say in the animal kingdom, and I know you don't want to respect it, but nature say in the animal kingdom, the man, the going. You don't get 8 billion people in the world with monogamy. You don't get it. You uplift yourself and you get to a point in your life where you say, out with the old, in with the new, we're going to put this type of behavior to the side, but that don't mean it's going to be all peaches and cream and it's all going to be easy and it's all going to be great. My money funny for a period of time. But if we fight through it, we're going to be amazing. My infidelity is flimsy for a period of time, but if we fight through it, we're going to be amazing. See, the essence of a woman is a beautiful, amazing thing. But when you got women wanting to be like men, then it become compromised. And nowadays, women to say, "Well, if he can do it, I can too." All right. It ain't your essence, but okay, go ahead. And this, I ain't make it like this. We failing. I didn't make it like this. It's being allowed. If that's your essence, if you cool with having 6 pieces, all right. It's all right. But I never met a woman that want a man that don't nobody else want. I haven't met her. Why you fighting for something that everybody else fighting for? Why you fighting for that? Because you see the value in it. Am I right? Okay. Men get put down because we can't keep it real and we double standard and we this and we that and we this and we that. But the reality is it's a reality there that exists and people overlook it. And they'll deal with each other based on things that don't represent the union. See, when God put you together, meaning not in a marriage initially, but just a union. You meet, y'all meet, it's good energy there. God put y'all together, right? You make a baby, or the kids is not there to separate the union. My kids come first. The kids weren't never there for that. The kids was there for family, bring the union closer together. Even in times of trial and tribulation. Or I could be wrong. I'm just asking. I'm just saying what makes sense and how things keep going. The people that stand up in the church and say, after 50 years, stand up and let me know how it is, neighbor. How was it? Was it perfect? Woo, you know it wasn't perfect, pastor. They fought through it. Some people make it, some people Why is this so difficult for us? I'm seeing on a regular basis relationships that's been 11 years in, 20 years in, 30 years in. Nah, we got to get away from that. We can't make it. We ain't going to make it. I got to get up out of here. And why is it that it's so high a percentage of women filing for the divorce? Because they're expecting him to be perfect. He had an infraction, and his 30 years of greatness don't amount to his 1 year infraction. It's sad when you live in a world where a person can't redeem themselves after 5, 10, 20, 30 years of not being there at all to the 1 year that they got left on this life, and they choose to use that 1 year to reconcile with the. Some people would say it ain't good enough. All right. We got a small window of living. If we live to be 125, we got a small window of living in the big scheme of things. Ain't nothing else perfect. Forgiveness is a very, very, very delicate and intricate thing. If you don't understand it, it's even worse. If you understand it, it's an amazing thing. You hear me? Amazing. You see, because you can genuinely in your heart understand how every day you wake up, God give you a chance to get it right. Within that day, you doing something dirty to somebody, and he'll still allowing you a chance to get it right. It's just universal principles, okay? Even if everybody don't believe the same, we just gonna talk about universal principles, innateness. Everything in this world know what it is and what it's supposed to do, okay? An apple tree don't produce dogs. A cat don't produce fish. Innately, everything knows what it is and what it's supposed to do. Even us. Even us. We know to suckle the what. We know exactly what to do. But because we have instruments, which are parents, instruments, which is the internet, instruments, which are doctors, Lord, influence, environment, it'll shape our behavior to get away from the essence of who we are. I know I'm saying some things that's going over your head. I'm trying to figure out why we can't make it in a relationship in 2024 and modern times, why we ain't making it. Somebody sent this to me. I put it out there and I'm coming to y'all with it. Valuable. I know you ain't subscribed. This is what I'm going to need you to do. Please subscribe, tap in. We're getting greater. We're getting better. We're getting more balanced. We're working on everything. Everything getting better, but I need you to tap in. I need your support. You ain't got to, I ain't asking for too much. Hit that subscribe button. Tap in. Tune in with me. Don't fall off after 3 minutes because I ain't agreeing with you and you ain't agreeing with me. I'm here with the truth. And I keep going. Every day we here and we ain't going to stop. Every single day. We're going to have real conversations. And don't be scared when it's time for you to call in. Let me know in the comment section on some real talk how you feel. Judge Mathis, after 39 years of trial and tribulations committed as a man, still ain't good enough. Still wind up in a divorce. I'm just asking you to talk to me. We having conversation. My attempt is to change the narrative from what they present to the world to the reality of what it really be behind closed doors. Is we really happy? Is we really structured? Huh? I'm talking to you about loyalty. I'm talking to you about wisdom. I'm talking to you about courage. I'm talking to you about commitment. I'm talking to you about spirituality. I'm talking to you about God. I'm talking to you about family. I'm talking to you about trust, loyalty, honor, respect, all that good stuff. But you worry about my money. And I'm trying to lead you in a decent path. In my imperfection, you can still be a leader. But because I ain't perfect and I ain't doing every single thing on the board, You're going to make sure you find that 1% that I ain't doing, that 2%, or that 30%. Disregard that 70 he doing, and we're going to focus on the 30 that he not, and we're going to make sure we put an end to this. This is an amazing conversation when you're talking about why we can't make it after 20 years, after 30 years, after 40 years. My rock ain't big enough. The boat ain't streaming. Everybody ain't gonna be privy to have money. That's first. So money zero. If you with somebody because of their money, you with them because of their money. Say that. That's not a relationship. That's I'm with them because of their money. Oops. See, because if you got a connection to a person, if you got an attitude problem with a person versus you don't have an attitude with that person, if you can communicate with that person and they can comprehend the communication, if they can pick up what you putting down and vice versa, money can't touch that. Hey, man, say, man, you don't want to play, man. I appreciate you being here. Tap in with me. Follow us on all platforms, especially on YouTube, because we coming every single day. And to everybody, like I always, if you got anything you want to talk about, email us. Everything in the description. Comment. DM me. That's why I get all this. And I want to say I appreciate you for being here. For being here from the bottom of my heart. We appreciate you. The bigger play. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a semi truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what